I feel like this is just a little early, but Burger King rolled out their Halloween menu, complete with a bunch of these new menu items you see right in front of your face. Now, I'm not entirely sure what is in each of these, but we're going to break it down like we do in all these and make sure we know what we're getting into before we get into it. Well, you'll know. I already wasted my money. But anyway, let's strap in. So the first one up is the Jack-o'-lantern Whopper. I'm 99% sure that all of this stuff, just looking at it, is going to be just like color changes and branding. More targeted at kids, but again, I like to inform people on what we're dealing with. So the Jack-o'-lantern bun, I just looked it up. It is a regular Whopper. The only difference here is that you have an orange colored bun. But people who are afraid of all of these artificial dyes and stuff, I do want to say this. Burger King prides themselves. They did it with the purple Whopper they had that came out last year. They only used natural food additives, so it's not like anything artificial. It says natural food coloring. They make sure to put it in big, bold lettering, but this is pretty much a Whopper. Am I mad at that? No. Just, if you know you're getting a Halloween menu, just understand you're getting a regular Whopper. Why did I throw away the paper? Now I got black sesame seeds all over my car. That was stupid. Also, this doesn't come with the meal, but I did get a thing of onion rings, and they were free because I have like 900. I have so many rewards points at all these restaurants that it's actually laughable. Make sure you use the apps. If you're going to go anyway, you might as well make sure you get the rewards points. Also, there's always deals on these things. The Jack-o'-lantern Whopper at my location costs $8.59. Burger King has been extorting people with the prices of Whoppers and meals lately. I also do have to say this. I'm going to give you the price of each individual one, but the one that I got was the Monster Bundle, and this was a whopping. You're not going to believe this. Again, I got all the 8-piece meals because I'll tell you why in a second. This all makes sense. This costs $18.49. You get an 8-piece of each of those things that come on the side, of Jack-o'-lantern Whopper and a sundae. The reason that I did that was because the only other bundle at my location, meaning you don't have to buy the items individually, is the Boondle for you, which is a 4-piece, a small drink, a sundae, and the Whopper. The problem is that you only get a choice of one or the other. I feel like they're trying to do little things to get people to upsell, and it just becomes kind of shady in my opinion. You know, you can buy these things individually, but what's going to happen is you're going to end up paying about $15 because anyone who wants to try everything, which is why you do a bundle, you're only going to get one or the other, and you're going to have to pay an additional $3 to get the 4-piece of the other one. So I ended up just doing the $18.49 one, which is what they want. People just go, this one has all of them in it. If you're going to spend your money, I'm going to try to give you the path of least resistance. It would be to get either the things individually so you can try what you want to, or do that bundle and get the 4-piece up to $15. But if you want the 8-piece, it's going to be $18.49. As far as the Whopper goes, it's a bacon Whopper. I love Whoppers. It's one of my favorite burgers in fast food. Well, I'm not going to be mad at this. But I know some people are going to be upset or annoyed, not really mad, that they didn't really do anything but just change the colors to the Whopper bun. I'm pretty sure that's what they did last year too. So I wouldn't really pay it any mind. This is what they do. Burger King doesn't really go crazy with the branding. The only thing that I think is going to be different is going to be the sundae. So I'm going to go to that next after I take another bite of this Whopper because it's friggin' delicious, bro. A little zesty sauce, a little onion ring. As a chaser, a Whopper. I'm going to get to the one that I know is proprietary. I don't think the other ones are, just because I don't want anybody longer than they need to be here. You know, some people just want to get to the point, and I respect that. I'm not trying to make people watch to the end. If you don't want to watch to the end, I still love you, man. Thank you for stopping by. But let's get on to this sundae. This is the Franken candy sundae. Now, there are some proprietary things, obviously, with the color changes, but let's see if there's something different. This says it is a creamy soft serve topped with a Franken mix of Oreo cookie crumbles, purple Franken candy syrup, and purple and green chocolate popping candy. These look like nerds, but nerds don't pop. More like a pop rock, I guess? The sundae is pretty much just an Oreo sundae. The candy is definitely proprietary because they're popping. They're like little pop rocks, candy pop rocks. They're not really adding anything in terms of flavor, but I think that's good because Pop Rocks usually have like a, first of all, I keep calling them Pop Rocks. They more look and resemble Nerds. Pop Rocks didn't look like this, but they do have that popping action that you would get like in, it reminds me of Oreo when they came out with the 4th of July fireworks Oreos. They don't really add any flavor, but again, when you're targeting this at kids, they're like, it's fun to eat, and I get that. I think it's a decent sundae. Me personally, I could probably do without the Pop Rocks. You know, at my big age, I don't really want candy that has that kind of popping sensation going on, but they're definitely popping. It's a decent sundae. I feel like rating any of this feels like it's like stupid because it's an Oreo sundae, but for the sake of humoring people, I'll give this a 7. For a fast food standpoint, it's cool. The regular price on this, it only comes in one size, which is this, $2.99 for people who care. So again, I'm pretty sure these things are just more like packaging than anything, but anytime something new comes out, I always want to break it down so people know what they're walking into. This way you don't waste your money if you don't have to. So these are the vampire nuggets. Now they come in a coffin, and these are straight up chicken nuggets that are bat shaped. You know, Burger King's nuggets used to have shapes to them, and they looked better than this. Oh, these look like moose knuckles. I don't know if I want it. They definitely didn't taste like this back in the day. They used to have shapes on their nuggets. I don't know if people are, a lot of you are probably old enough, but Burger King used to have the shaped ones. Look how like, this looks like it's shriveled kind of, but yeah, it's in the shape of a bat. Burger King's nuggets are inexcusably not good. And I hate being that person because I feel like everyone says that and people just kind of dogpile on certain things because it's like trendy to say something's not good. But these really just aren't good. Like, texturally, they're probably the worst nugget in fast food. And even the outside, it almost tastes like they like overcook them all the time, but they always are like this at every location. So it's not the cook. They're just, I feel like kids wouldn't even like this. Like if I was a kid, I've been a kid before. I don't think I'd care for these. Burger King's nuggets, even back then when they were the shapes, were like take them or leave them, but they were still edible. And whatever they did to change this, like, it's so like, it's hard to explain, like sandpaper, dry. I don't even want to do this. I always say 2. Yeah, screw that, bro. If you want fun shaped things, I would suggest going to the store and just like getting a package for the kids. If you want to do that, this is definitely for the kids. Like I understand that, but anybody got kids out there? Do your kids like these nuggets? I feel like if I had a kid, they wouldn't like these. They'd be like, just give me something else, Dad. And I would gladly do that. Double Whopper or something. And then last but not least, we have an 8-piece of these Mummy Mutz fries. Now these, they always forget, which I don't care because I probably wasn't going to eat it anyway. They definitely forgot my marinara sauce. They gave me like extra zesty sauce though. Yeah, they didn't give me no marinara. It's supposed to come with marinara. Y'all know, man. Anyway, this is, they're Mutzy sticks, but they come in a mummy thing, mummy carton, literally. Like, it's cool, bro. The branding, like, I'm not, it's isn't a complaint, you know, for me. I don't really care for either of these, but again, it's a Mutzy fry. These aren't bad. They're not bad. The nuggets are awful. These, I think it was always the marinara sauce I didn't care for in this one. It's a Mutzy stick. I don't care. That's what it is. A little zesty sauce, call it a day. Or, if you really got it going, damn, my coach used to say that. My coach in college used to say, if you really got it going, you'd be trying to give people way too much information. People's heads would be spinning, calling plays and stuff. I'm gonna put these on a fry, on a Whopper though. You know, this is when you really get it going. It's not necessary, but it's still cool. It's a Mutzy fry. These are pretty much all, including the sundae, is all just coloring. I'm pretty sure they did the Whopper. I know they've done the Whopper because I've done it on this channel, but I don't remember the fries or the nuggets or the sundae. So that's their new addition. So with Halloween rolling out, you're going to see some of this stuff. I just wanted to make sure that I got a video out on this because a lot of times when stuff comes out with stuff like this, I start getting messages and comments from people saying what's in it. And I completely understand that. People don't want to go and waste their money. And a lot of y'all got kids, and some of your kids may like this, some of you won't, but at least you get to see it and say, my kids will like this, or my kids won't like this, or you won't like this. Hell, some of us are big kids. That's cool too. As far as my personal opinion, Other than the Whopper, I couldn't care less about the Whopper, but if you want to serve me a Whopper in an orange bun with some bacon on it, I'm not going to complain. I'm cool with it. Before I get out of here, I have a story, because I always do. Yeah, he's yapping. What we do here. About something I'm not cool with. Okay? I'm sure some of you do this for, you know, maybe a side hustle or something like that, which I think is a cool job. Like, I don't have a problem with the job. I have a problem with the way some people act doing the job. And that is the DoorDash / any delivery service, Uber Eats, Instacart drivers. Some of them people have no chill, no, like, they don't, like, respect people, like, when they walk in the building. Long story short, all right, I'm pointing because y'all can't see it. The Burger King is down that way, and I'm back in the parking lot. And a DoorDash driver, when I was pulling in, there was a line to get into Burger King, like, at the front, like, to get into the parking lot. And I'm like, what the hell? Something just packed in here today? No, a DoorDash driver stopped his car in the entrance of the parking lot. Like, right in the front, he literally put his hazards on and got out the car. So there was 2 people in front of me. So there's a line of 3 cars trying to pull into the parking lot, and he's covering the entrance because it's like a small entrance. So nobody could get in. And then he comes back out with his phone. A lot of them do this because I wait for my order a lot of times. So they'll come out or they'll go in with their phone and they'll kind of pick the phone up, you know, and be like, you know, they show it to people like, I'm a DoorDash driver, and they'll cut like right to the front of the line, or they'll go around to the side, which I understand not wanting to wait in line. I'm not talking about that. Usually places have mobile pickup areas, but a lot of times like they like shove the phone in people's faces and stuff. So when he got out the thing, he had a bag of Burger King. He showed the DoorDash thing. I could see it. You know what I'm saying? He was like, and then he was like, you know, then he waved and got in the car. In my head, I'm just like, what is he like? Don't worry, I'm a DoorDash driver. Like, that means you could cut off the whole parking lot. Like, you at least still got to operate under the same rules as everybody else. And I understand the job, like, sometimes it'd be mad annoying doing all that stuff, but you still got to, like, there's other people around you, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, those people, like, were stopped on the street. What if they got hit by a car or got in an accident because you wanted to run in and grab your order real quick? You could have just popped in these 70,000 parking spots that are here and did the same thing. So, I'm sure y'all are respectful and stuff like that, but some DoorDash drivers I've seen in the past have been mad disrespectful, but that one took the cake today. That just happened. So, either way, I wanted to tap in, make sure I got this. Y'all got my thoughts on it. I'm not going to waste y'all time, even though I do yap. But y'all like hearing the yaps anyway. If you get to the end of the video, I love y'all, man. We'll be back tomorrow. More content, man. Hand signs. They made it to YouTube.